You've probably heard of the 12 tribes of Israel, but what happened to them? Where did they go? And why are there so many people around the world today who say, "We are Israel"? From ancient wars to modern identity movements, the story of the 12 tribes, especially the 10 lost tribes, has become one of the most fascinating mysteries in history. Today, we're diving into the truth, the legends, and the legacy of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's go back to the Bible. According to Genesis, the patriarch Jacob, later called Israel, had 12 sons. Their descendants became the 12 tribes of Israel. They moved to Egypt, were enslaved, and after hundreds of years they followed Moses in a massive exodus. They conquered Canaan and divided the land into 12 regions, one for each tribe. Fast forward, Israel is ruled by judges, then kings David and Solomon. But after Solomon, the kingdom splits in two. 10 tribes form the northern kingdom, still called Israel. 2 tribes stay in the south, the kingdom of Judah. But then, disaster strikes. In 722 BCE, the Assyrian Empire conquers the northern kingdom. The Israelites are exiled, supposedly never to return. This moment sparks the legend of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. What happened to them? Did they stay in Assyria, go deeper into Asia, travel to Africa as some Ethiopians claim, or disappear across a mystical river? For thousands of years people have wondered, and many around the world have claimed to be those lost Israelites. But here's the twist, the Bible itself doesn't say what happened to them. The door is wide open. That's why we now have so many communities, from Africa to America, claiming descent from the lost tribes. So, were there ever really 12 tribes? Historians debate this. Some evidence shows there were tribes early on, but the number and names change depending on the biblical source. The oldest biblical poem, the Song of Deborah in Judges 5, only mentions 10 tribes, and not Judah. That's a clue. You see, most of the 12 tribes tradition was written after the northern kingdom fell, by scribes in Judah. So, many scholars believe the 12 tribes of Israel was an idealized vision created by Judah, to include everyone and legitimize their own story. In other words, the tradition may not be pure history, but it helped shape the identity of Israel. Now here's a big reveal. According to archaeology, many Israelites weren't exiled at all. They stayed in the land, under Assyrian rule. Others fled south and joined Judah. The Assyrians didn't deport everyone, just the elite, the artisans, scholars, and city leaders. So yes, many Israelites were exiled. But no, there weren't literally 10 entire tribes lost. That legend, historians say, was shaped by Judah, possibly to diminish the North's legacy and elevate their own. Over the centuries, people everywhere began claiming descent from the lost tribes. The Samaritans say they're true Israelites from the north who never left. Historians now agree, they're right. In the Middle Ages, legends like Prester John claimed the lost tribes lived at the edge of the world, ready to return. Explorers like Eldad Hadani and Benjamin of Tudela searched for them in Africa and Asia. Some thought Native Americans were the lost tribes, a theory even supported by some of America's founding fathers. And then there are the Mormons, whose sacred text, the Book of Mormon, claims that a group from the tribe of Manasseh traveled to the Americas and became ancestors of native peoples. Even today, members of the LDS Church receive blessings that reveal their supposed tribe, usually Ephraim. Another powerful case is the Beta Israel, the Jewish community of Ethiopia. For centuries they believed they were descendants of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, via their son Menelik. According to Ethiopian tradition, he brought the Ark of the Covenant back to Ethiopia. In the 20th century their identity was linked to the tribe of Dan, thanks in part to Eldad Hadani's old claim that Danites lived in Cush, an ancient name for Ethiopia. That link helped them gain recognition by Israel's rabbinate, and most Beta Israel now live in Israel today. So what's the big picture? The tradition of the 12 tribes is flexible, a segmented genealogy. Since Israel began divided into 12 parts, it can be claimed in many parts of the world. Some claims are more historical than others, but all of them follow the same idea. We are a branch on the tree of Israel. What makes this story so powerful is that being Israel is desirable, chosen by God, central to prophecy, and deeply respected in global culture. That's why today, the world is full of people who call themselves Israel. And maybe, that's the real legacy of the 12 tribes. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone curious about biblical history. And let me know in the comments, which tribe would you want to be part of, and why? See you next time.